It's intuitive Jacob back to do a spicy weekend reading for single and looking, as well as couples. We're going to be taking a look with the Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Crowley Thoth deck, the Romance Angels, and possibly a few Sibilas. Thank you for being here. Catch you on the inside of your reading. Hey, what's going on, Virgo? How you doing? It's great to have you here. Let's take a look at your cards. I've gone ahead and shuffled and dealt, as you can see here. And what's on the left side is where we're going to be doing the reading for our coupled, partnered, married, relationship style unions. And on the right side here, oh, and I should mention, with bogie stones. That's what those are. And on the right side here for our single looking for love, we've got the magnetic power of attraction, enhanced by rainbow hematite. And I've also got a piece of danbarite here in the center for a little bit of clarity. And we're going to go ahead and get started with our married couples. Alright, with the Tarot of Sexual Magic in Virgo, we've got the Nine of Pentacles showing up. Wow. So this could very well be you. That's a 9 there. This is earth element. So hearing for some of y'all, you're on one end or the other of this one. Could also be dealing with somebody else that's got earth in their chart. They don't have to be a Virgo, although they could. Capricorn, Taurus could easily be showing up like this as well. And hearing for some of y'all, this is like very primal time for you. I'm hearing for some of you, it's like you're kind of obsessed with your partner, or they might be very obsessed with you. It could be very mutual here, but she's like passed out and like rubbing a pillow, and he's cutting her hair. And here some of y'all might be doing some like ritual magic together, and interesting. Definitely looks like some contact here, and he looks like he's fiending for her. He's like, so could be an interesting energy, that's for sure. Let's see. There's a lot of fire. There's a fire here in the background, and I can't tell if she's asleep, if she's oblivious, or if she's just kind of like, Calgon, take me away here. But you can see there's a fireplace back there, and I don't know if you can see that look on his face, but he's looking pretty serious there. And I don't know, that might be kind of creepy for some of you. This guy's in there like trimming her hair. Let's see what's going on with the Thoth deck. Well, Prince of Discs. So more Pentacles energy here, more earth element. This could be you and or your partner. That's looking kind of, this one is sometimes shows up to me like a Taurus person. It's possible that maybe you have Taurus in your chart or your partner does, but this is a strapping individual in great shape. I'm hearing they're really athletic, and there's a lot of heat coming off of these cards here for you, Virgo. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like your relationship is like, it's real protected. I'm seeing it's like they're indoors here, there's the fire here, and it's like this prince is wrapped up in some kind of dome here. It's like, it almost kind of reminds me of some, like the Chariot a little bit, like he's in his chariot. But I'm hearing about experimenting in the bedroom and taking it to different places, like seeing you like with your partner in the car, and They're saying it's like, just make sure, I don't know, you might be into like exhibitionism a little bit somehow, but be careful because you can get a ticket for that, and I'm hearing you might actually like the ticket. It's like some of y'all might just be like raring to break out from different things, especially if you don't have like a lot of fire in your chart, and maybe you have like a lot of earth in your chart, and it's like you're getting a real jolt. And Venus just moved recently. She was conjunct with the sun in Leo the other day, and for some people it was like a real change. It was like a real throttle, a change of direction, and just having the planets that we do in retrograde right now that are all challenging slow moving energies like Capricorn and Taurus, with things like Uranus in retrograde, and having Pluto and Saturn in retrograde, in signs like Capricorn, it's affecting how people might feel tense about things that have been moving slowly. And we just had Mars move into Virgo now, and so it's like the energy of how we fight, how we fuck, and now it's in more, I don't want to say docile, but sort of a docile energy with Virgo, and it could be challenging people to want to do things differently. And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like you might even be like relishing like pushing the boundaries just a little bit, but I see some of y'all just being like a little feisty and kinky. Let's see what's going on in the Romance Angels card. So codependency, that's making sense to me a little bit here, just having looked at that first card. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. And for some of y'all, you might just be aware, yeah, we're codependent in our relationship. We can't get enough of each other, and it's like, I just need to have my hands on you. I need to be the one that's styling your hair. I need to be the one that's doing all of this. And I'm seeing for some of you all, it's like, you might already know this about your relationship. It might not be like so much of an issue. It's like, I'm hearing for some of you all like a really passionate sort of phase where you're getting into each other's lives. And I'm just seeing like some of you taking baths and showers together and just showering each other with love. And like, I'm just seeing him like massaging your hair and like doing your hair and like rubbing you down. And I think it sounds like really good energy, actually. And no, that says codependent. Not everybody's codependent. In fact, in the kind of society that we live in these times, we're more interdependent than anything else. You're going to know how far that goes with your relationship. I'm not trying to give you marriage advice on, don't be codependent on your partner or anything like that. In fact, in some cases, I would say some partnerships could stand to be closer together and more interdepending. So you're going to know where you are on that spectrum. I'm going to pull a few Sibilas for you here. Virgo, just see, if I don't drop them, what happens? Well, gosh, I don't know what I just did here, but I feel like we've got somewhat of a reading here, because now I've got the cards that want to face and the ones that don't want to face. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. Wow. So first I made a mess. When I flip them over, little Amore angels looking at me with this reunion and a great relief. And I'm hearing for some of you, this is what this is. It's like things having been like maybe all over the place and making time for love and affection. I don't know if I need to pull any more cards for that, although some of you will probably be pissed if I don't, since I just made a mess. So let's see here. What does my Virgo and a couple need to know about this Nine of Pentacles energy, Prince of Discs, and whatever this codependency is? I hear for some of y'all, it's just like trying to figure out how to be more sporty in your life too. I'm hearing that it's like you might have taken up sport here recently, and it's like feeling better. Like for some of y'all, I'm hearing that this is like about having left something codependent behind, maybe like a substance issue, and like I'm just seeing somebody like channeling it in like physical ways and doing something outdoors. This is like sometimes like somebody out walking the dog or like playing sports. I see somebody like dribbling and playing, like shooting hoops, and they're just saying it's like that's how you're getting your libido up. And for some of y'all, that's great. I mean, I see good things with that. Keep taking care of your heart. Okay, what else can we find out here from my Virgo and a couple? So we've got, okay, Donna Maritata. This is the wife and the children. We've got Consolante Sorpresa. This is a nice little surprise. And then we've got La Superbia. These are the things that are protected and sometimes have a lot of eyes on them, even though they're out in the open. I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, especially if you have kids, this is figuring out how to make the time for each other. And maybe why, it's like when you get together, it's all that, and why somebody might be a little bit obsessed about it. But I'm hearing for some of you, it's figuring out a way to pull it together. And it's like, I don't know if you're doing something outside with I'm not going to get too colorful on that, but I'm seeing somebody, all right, here, at least he's taking hair, and this person's pulling something out of the earth here. And I'm hearing about, it's just like some ritual magic. I don't know. Some of you, let me know in the comments if any of you all are practicing some kind of like ritual magic, because I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, if you haven't conceived and you've been trying to have children, I'm hearing it's like, you might be like really addicted to the process. And that this is what's been on the radar, and that something with like planting the hair in the earth and trying to birth through the earth. But I'm hearing it's like whatever it is, even if you haven't conceived yet, it's doing something to your complexion. It's doing something to your physical stature, and some of you are getting in better shape for it. It's like bringing on a youthful glow, and I'm hearing it's something that everybody can see too. It's like, especially if you're getting more, it's like it's fixing how you look, it's making you feel more confident. And this is the card of haughtiness, La Superbia. And it's like, sometimes people just knowing that they're like the best, that they look really good, and having attention on them. And so I'm hearing for some of y'all, it's like, not a bad time to be that kind of codependent on each other. I have to say it, and I wouldn't always say that. But I'm also the guy that's usually going to just recommend that you're spending more time with your spouse. So hopefully that makes sense for you, Virgo, because it looks like that's what you're doing here. In fact, I'm seeing two people here that might be like very, very obsessed with their physical life and keeping certain things like a certain kind of private but in your face at the same time. So you're going to know if that's for you. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Let me know if you like the series. I might continue to do this if enough people actually like it. So hit me with a thumbs up if you like. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And like I said, I'm also on Twitter, tweeting away and sharing some messages as they come throughout the day. And now we're going to go ahead and check in with our singles that are looking for love. All right, Virgo, what's going on with the Tarot of Sexual Magic? We've got the Nine of Wands. This is a really nice nurturing energy. That's like my wounded soldier right there, getting some attention. There's a new start happening here. It's like the Fool taking off from the past. And I'm just noticing something here too. It almost looks like he's like touching her mouth here. I couldn't tell if he's like touching her mouth in a way that I hadn't noticed before, but she's really doting on him. They look like they're doting on each other here. This is fiery, passionate energy I'm seeing some of you all meeting somebody in the park. If this is somebody that you don't know, it's like somebody that you meet that you have very good chemistry with. But in other cases, this is like a coming together. It doesn't have to be an ex, but I'm hearing about somebody that came back that went through a really rough time. And it's just like, can't keep my hands off of you. Also, some more Virgo influence on this. We got the number 9 there. So in some cases, this might just be your energy. You could be dealing with somebody else that's got Virgo in their chart. But since this is fire, they could also have a lot of fire in their chart if that's not you. And that's going to be like Leo, Sag, Aries, maybe Sun, Moon, or Rising. All right, so we've got the Emperor. That's definitely fire showing up here with this energy. That's very much Aries energy. You've got Aries symbol right there that you can see. This is somebody that's in charge. This is somebody that's at the top. And this is somebody that is beyond what the knights in this tarot system are actually the kings. But in this tarot system, you have to be the king like 4 times, all 4 kings to be this guy. It takes 4 of them to make this one here. This is somebody that's well established. I'm hearing you might have somebody that came back after a really rough time. I don't know if they might have been... I'm hearing for somebody, it might have been like a false incarceration with your partner, and it's like... They're saying it was like a white-collar crime or something, but whatever it was, they're positioned really well somehow, but it seems like emotionally there might have been like some kind of a beatdown. I'm hearing there was some kind of an emotional letdown and it really took its toll, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case for all of you. You might be dealing with somebody that sometimes this is showing me like a little bit of an age difference too. Sometimes the Emperor is a little bit older than whoever he might be involved with. But this is all fire here. We got wands and we've got this major arcana here. And this is somebody that you can't always just like... I'm not saying you can't approach him. He's not always the easiest one to talk to. He's just been through so much and he's in a certain stature in his life that people go to him. People show up for him. There's like a certain impression that people have about him because of how he is perceived. Or she. I mean, I've seen women show up with this, you know, this energy too. Not always. She'd have to be a real fiery dynamo, but I've definitely known one before, and she was like super hyper feminine, but at the same time like all about her career and like at the top of everything. You know, she was the Emperor. So for some of y'all, you're coupling together with a really stable type of energy person and somebody that just gets things done, and it looks like it's sort of a nurturing time. And if this is the same person here that you're meeting with, they might have not received a lot of connection, or I'm just hearing it's like there wasn't a lot of tenderness around them is what it is. And so this is looking very tender. It looks like something that's softening this person up. Let's see what else we can find out with the romance angels. Okay, so true love. Love seeing this for you. Virgo, this is the romance of a lifetime. I'm hearing for some of you all, it's like, not to say that you're going to be happy to find out that something bad happened with this person, but I'm hearing that for some of y'all, it's like you're kind of getting some help from like spirit and from the external circumstances that might have affected this person's life, because it's like they're kind of like being nudged towards you, and it's like an opportunity to get together. And this could be vice versa too. So, you know, it's possible that maybe you have gone through something turbulent. I'm hearing it was just things that were moving really slow, which for a lot of people, this has been a really challenging, like, I'm hearing it might just have been like the past 9 weeks even, because that's been the amount of time that we were basically in pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Now we're like coming out of it, and a lot of times things just go really, really super slow, but I'm hearing that this is a time for a new start. Sometimes this card really shows up to me for a new start. It's like almost at the end of the suit, because you've got 9 here. The only other place to go is 10. And at the same time, we've got like this hermity looking fool walking behind the couple. And it's kind of like giving you a little bit of foreshadowing about this too shall pass. So it's like somebody that just came in from a rough time, and it's like they're almost at the end of their, just at the end of it. The 9 of Wands, it's like usually somebody that's like just kind of hanging on, like they've taken the knocks, they've taken the hits, and I'm hearing it's like he wants to fall into your arms in some cases. And you know, here looks like it's just going to be a nice fit, whether you fall into his arms or he falls into your arms. But if you're looking for something that could go the distance, this is looking really freaking good, Virgo. I'm really loving it. And you couldn't pick somebody better to hook up with than the Emperor. I mean, they're not always the most like affectionate and doting, but that might not even be what you want. And that could totally be different too. They very well could be, depending on what else is going on in their natal chart and how you connect together. But this is looking amazing. And I'm hearing that when you get together, it's going to be hot. I'm going to get a little bit more information for those of you that would like to see. Let's grab a few cards with La Vera Sibilla Italiana and see what we can find out from my Virgos that are single, looking for love, and want to know more about this Emperor. Let's see what we can find out about the Emperor, because sometimes this guy does not make a move. It's like he's just going to be in the center of his world, and people have to come to him. And it kind of looks like whoever came to whoever here was the one that's sitting in that one's lap, you know? So let's see what we can find out about this Emperor for you. So we've got love. Lamonte. All right, Virgo, this is looking good. That is the female lover there. And she has been admiring. I'm hearing if this is you, it's like you might have been like waiting for an opportunity to hear from this person, especially if you feel like he like turned his head away from you in some way. And I'm just seeing like somebody like looking in their phone and like kind of daydreaming about getting connected with this person. And it's cool because it's almost like foreshadowing like how you're doing it. I hear some of you are practicing like manifestation techniques, and it's like imagining this person that you're looking at and like wanting to be like wrapped up together like these trees. And then here, that's like literally what we're seeing, outside together, and they're kind of sitting together like wrapped up like if they were those trees there. So for some of you, this is really good corresponding data. Let's see what else we're getting. So we're seeing melancholia. I'm hearing, I've been pining for you. Here, look, it's those trees again. It's like somebody just sitting there thinking about the only thing that would make me feel better is being in your arms. And it's like she had to wrap herself in something. It's like sometimes I see this like a card of I'm not feeling really good, but when I put on this, like, whatever it is, it makes me feel better. It makes me think of you. And I'm hearing it's like you might have been missing this person for a while, especially if this is like your ex. So it's like figuring out how to get him back. And I'm hearing that if that was the case, the loyalty is there. Fidelta showed up. This is somebody's dog. This is the person you can kind of like take off your hat and be yourself with, you know? Just let your hair down. But I'm hearing for some of y'all, you're going to have to open up the communication. I'm hearing, Virgo, you're going to know if this is you or not. But if it is, this La Letera is telling you, it's like send a message. Especially if you hear that somebody's coming back and they went through a hard time. I'm hearing you're going to know if it's the right time to do it. But true love is here, and this is looking like it's passionate and healing. I'm loving it for you. I hope that it makes sense. I would love to hear your comments. Let me know if you like this. series. I'd really love to hear from you on that because, like I said, I'm deciding whether or not I'm going to keep doing these or not. This was the first time that I did this run. If you'd like your own reading, hit me up for the special 20 minutes for $22. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I love it when you do. Really appreciate the support. And hey, if I don't hear from you, you take care. I'll talk to you again soon when we're back for another one. Bye for now, Virgo. Promise that you'll catch me.